Plaintiff Michael Bever was friends with the defendant, who is gay, and he says the defendant was constantly hitting on him, despite the fact that Michael is not gay. Michael's suing because he claims the defendant hit two parked cars while driving Michael's truck. Defendant Jason Cox says he and Michael hung out all the time, and he says Michael liked it when he hit on him. Although Jason admits that he damaged Michael's truck, he insists other people drove the truck too and may have caused damages.
You all not trying to be funny, are you? What are your last names?
Bever versus Cox, Your Honor.
Couldn't make that one up.
You all playing games. You have your ID on
Yes,
you.
sir.
You have yours.
Yes, I do.
Let me see these IDs. You all in here playing games. I'm gonna throw y'all out real quick if this isn't true. Mr. Bever and Mr. Cox. Just give me your whatever background you want me to have.
Yeah, that's
Go
good.
ahead, Mr. Bever, whatever you want me to know first, and then I'll get to Cox over here. Go ahead.
We are what you eat. We used to joke around about that.
Okay. I can see you having a lot of fun with each other's names.
Well, basically, Jason and I, he works at a bar across the street from the salon that I work at, and we got to know each other. And our names, kind of say our personalities too. I mean, I'm pretty quiet, serious kind of guy. He's very outgoing. I mean, I remember the first time I met him. Walked into
Hold on, I'm trying to get that. Our names go along with our personalities. Mr. Beaver is laid back, and Mr. Cox is outgoing. You all not trying to be funny, are you? What are your last names?
Bever versus Cox, Your Honor.
You all playing games. You have your ID on
Yes,
you.
sir.
You have your...
Plaintiff Michael Bever was friends with the defendant, and he claims the defendant was constantly hitting on him, despite the fact that Michael is not gay.
All right. You're not outgoing today, are you, Mr. Cox?
Well, I mean, I will be.
No.
And he's going to run for Congress.
Joel says maybe you should run for Congress with that name. With that name. With Wiener is your running mate. That's the guy in New York, the congressman in New York who wanted to spread his pictures around. All right, that's enough fun on this level. Go ahead, sir.
So we got to know each other, hanging out all the time, having a good time. He cracks me up all the time. So we'd hang out, joking around, having a good time. He's flirting on me left and right. I mean, he knows, my girlfriend, my ex-wives, whatever. He knows I'm straight, but it's all the time. It'll be like, hey, Michael, here's your beer. You want to go make out?
Hey, what do you say? You must not say much if he keeps doing it.
No, I tell him, it's like, Jason, you still got the wrong part, so it doesn't work.
And he keeps coming back.
But he keeps coming back.
Go ahead.
He loves that.
So,
So he loves it.
I mean, obviously.
Right. He just lets you keep coming back. I mean, at some point, he's check you pretty tough if it bothered him. Say, hey, man,
no.
you my man, you my buddy, but you got to stop that. It irritates me. It annoys me. I done told you.
Never.
Never did any of that.
Nope.
He just smiled. I told you to stop that. That sounds like hard to get to me, doesn't it? Sound like you playing hard to get.
Well, Chase, but
All right, let me allow him to give some background, sir.
Okay, well, like he said, I work at the bar across the street from his hair salon, and so we had, he would come in and see me, and we would hang out, and obviously had fun with last names and blah, blah, blah. But then he introduced me to roller derby, which is what he does as a referee, and so I got to hang out with him all the time, and we just became really good friends, and so we worked out this thing where it was
Now, are you gay?
Duh.
Okay. I'm just wondering. Go ahead.
Anyway, anyway, so we were hanging out all the time, and we worked this thing out. And I was like, "Hey, how about haircuts for drinks? Let's do that." So we made this exchange. Except for you get a couple more drinks than you do haircuts in a month, and so it worked out, and it ended up getting like we needed to calm that down a little bit, and he lost his license, and I ended up using his truck for a month. So we've established that we can use each other's trucks, and it's fine, and it's no big deal. And sometimes we made an agreement where if anything happened to his truck while I had it, then I would pay the damages.
You all have made that agreement in the past?
Yes.
All right, sir. Tell me what happened.
I'm on vacation about May 18th, and I get a voicemail. I wake up in the morning, I get a voicemail from my insurance company, says that my car has been involved in an accident with 2 other cars. My first concern is, oh my God, is somebody hurt really bad, or how bad is it? Well, I call the insurance company, and no, it's like, Jason got out of the car while I was in drive and hit 2 cars while he was parking it. So, okay, I'm relieved nobody's hurt.
Did you hear whether he was drinking or
Was
not?
not drunk.
No, they said he was not.
Hit 2 cars sober?
Okay. Okay, here's the sitch. I was going to work, so I was completely sober. I had been napping, and I was late. And one of my friends asked me to drop off a pack of cigarettes at their house, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw them in the mailbox, no big deal, then run to work. So I jumped out of the car to throw them in the mailbox, only to realize that when the person was in front of me parking, was screaming because I'd forgot to put the car into park. And it destroyed the whole side of their car. Oh, this is really bad.
What about the second car?
Well, because he was parking parallel, his car was angled, and so it then sent the car, which was still driving across the street, to then, by the time I got to it, to like jump in it to stop it, it had scratched the whole side of the other car too, and thus both sides of his truck.
You have the estimate?
I do have an estimate, and I
So
do
what
have
has
pictures.
occurred since that? All right, let me see the pictures.
Well, we thought the decision might be because the damages are only $750, my deductible was $500.
Now, is this the dent also?
Yes,
And the scratches?
yeah, on both sides of the truck.
And the front bumper?
Yes.
Plaintiff Michael Bever was friends with the defendant, and he claims the defendant was constantly hitting on him, despite the fact that Michael is not gay.
Sir, what do you say to
Well,
this?
the thing is, this is the thing, is that I'm not the only person that borrows his car. So there's no proof that all of those scratches are mine. Like, how could I possibly be responsible for everything when I'm not the only person borrowing this
Well,
truck?
what did you do? What was the damage you caused?
I caused some of the damage.
How about the bumper? Could you tell whether you damaged the bumper?
I think the bumper was there before.
You think. How about the quarter panel?
That's possibly my fault.
How about the fender?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that those are my fault. But the other dents in the truck, they could have been damaged before I did.
Could have. But we do know that you caused damage to his car, and we do know that your bumper was the first point of contact.
Yes, we do know that.
Very good. I'm glad you agree. $1,000 for the plaintiff. His only dispute was the bumper, and now he's come to a reasonable understanding that when you hit a car with your bumper, it's likely that it'll damage the bumper. Have a good day, gentlemen.
It's over, Michael. It's over between us. We can still be friends, but
Okay, I guess
that
I'll live.
Beaver's left to the Coxes.